Accusation is one of the biggest weapons of the enemy, and it's always meant to shut down your heart. Listen to me. It's always meant to get you frozen. And it's meant to get you to come into agreement with it so that you start to believe in what the accusation is saying. You hear it long enough, you receive it long enough, and you start to actually believe it long enough, and you start living it. So, example, okay? The enemy comes, whispers in your brain, you are lazy. You're lazy. And there could be so many issues at work in your chemistry, in your life. There could be tons of issues, dietary, there could be emotional stuff, there could be things behind a struggle with energy, with motivation. But the enemy's going to come to you. He's not going to point out things that would actually help you. He's going to just go right to accusation and say something. I'm just using lazy, but you can fill in the blank, right, with anything. But you start to hear that and believe that long enough, and you will start to act that way. And then it's a downward cycle because he speaks it, and you believe it, and you live it, and you just start to believe it even more. Anyway, David does not engage in this story, and that is wisdom, because you cannot reason with the devil. You can't argue your way out. You got to live your life, and you got to be who you are, and you got to move forward. You can't get in the mud with accusers. Don't engage with slanderers, those who gossip. Don't engage. Don't engage with things that cast doubt into your heart. This is about letting things roll off your shoulders and staying focused on on what God has for you. Anybody with me? So let's go to verse 32. David is going to make a decision here. He's going to be the man. He's going to be the one to step up. He's going to face this thing. Goliath, in case you didn't catch that part, I think I skipped over it. Goliath said to everybody, you send a man out here, and whoever wins in this battle, the whole army wins. If I lose, all the Philistines will serve Israel, right? So the two people are going to be representatives for the whole nation. Another connection to Jesus, who's our representative for us. What he accomplished is now given to us because he just included us because he's good. So anyway, David decides, I'm going to do it, and he goes to where the command center was, whatever that was, probably some tent set up for Saul and his top officers. There they are, shivering in fear still, frozen. There's something on that word frozen. Every time I say it, I just feel like there's some holy thawing God wants to release. Some of you have been frozen, just stuck. Jesus, release your word of life into those places. Release your word of life into those stuck places. You don't have to stay there. All right. Verse 32, 33. David walks up to Saul, walks into this tent, and he says, let no man's heart fail on account of Goliath.